Let's be real. Literally every single person watching this is addicted to some form of technology, whether it's social media, video games, anime, or something else. For creatives, this is especially detrimental. On top of wasting your time, this consumption clouds your true self, making it impossible to create something genuine. I struggle with this too. Even now, as I write this, I'm asking myself, how would this person write this? Or how can I make this a good intro? Instead of focusing on what I genuinely want to say. I'm not here to tell you to just stop everything completely, or just quit. Instead, I'll share how I reduced my mindless consumption and optimized my time to boost productivity and creativity. This information is inspired by Dr. K and directed at creatives like myself. I've done extensive research, then filtered that knowledge through personal experience and structured this video to make it easy to understand. With that being said, let's get started. Before we get to the solution, we need to understand the root of the problem. Technology use in itself really isn't the problem. It's only the consequence of your internal state. So let's dissect that for a second. First, let's acknowledge something. You shouldn't feel shame that you're addicted to a device that is designed to grab your attention and keep it. Literally every button on your screen has been meticulously tested and optimized to keep you hooked. It's simply normal for you to be addicted. But that is not to say that you shouldn't take responsibility and give up. There are things you can and should do to take back control and win this unfair battle. You have to be really aggressive about it, but at the same time understand that this will only happen if you give yourself some room for failure and accept that this will be a slow climb. So you know why technology is bad for you. You have goals and things you want to do, but instead you go to technology, which wastes your time, clouds your thoughts, and you feel awful after doing all of that. So even then, it's hard to do anything. So the question is, why would you do something we know is so bad for us? There are many answers to this, but most often it will be either to experience a positive feeling and fulfill a psychological need that is hard to achieve in real life, or to escape from a negative experience that is overwhelming you. Let me give you an example. We all crave validation, especially when it comes to our art. It's normal to want to see the approval of other people, but social media amplifies this and makes it a big problem. The first time my post performed well, I felt really good. But when the next one inevitably got fewer likes, I started refreshing my Instagram notifications to see how many people liked my artwork, and I would get really upset if it got less likes than my previous posts. I bet this is something you can relate to, and this can go on for hours, which leaves you in a horrible state. As you can see, these experiences are not always positive, but these apps hook you by making you experience something positive first and then craving it for the rest of the time you waste there. Speaking of positive experiences, nothing feels better than learning a skill with the guidance of a professional, which is so easy when you have sites like Skillshare who are kindly sponsoring my video again. I personally have been trying to slowly be more organized and productive now that I have graduated high school, and Ali Abdal's Productivity Masterclass has been an invaluable resource. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives. They offer classes in countless creative fields taught by professionals from film, illustration and design to freelance and productivity. And with the summer approaching, you can start or accelerate your creative learning journey or discover new passions, or for the low price of $0. That's because Skillshare has a special offer. The first 500 people to use my link in the description will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Get started today. Let's get to the second reason of why we often use technology, which is to escape from the negative experiences of the real world. This is really simple to understand and is probably really relatable. We all know how frustrating drawing can be, and when you're having a tough time with it, which is most of the time, it's really easy to just go on YouTube and watch something and forget about all of your problems. And even when you're doing something, you always have something playing in the background, telling yourself it's productive, but really it's just so you can suppress your thoughts. I've been through this so many times, and the biggest problem with all of this is that after you waste your time on escapism, you feel like you're a pathetic loser, and believe me, it's really hard to go back to doing something productive after that, so you just end up doing the same thing. It's a vicious cycle that causes you to lose awareness of your internal state, which feels good in the short term, but those problems you avoid become even worse the longer you run away from them. So what can we do about all of this? This is what I'll discuss in the next chapter. Now that you understand that the problem is generally the loss of awareness, the next time you gravitate towards technology, stop for a second and try to understand why you're doing that. Are you bored and want to feel entertained? Are you frustrated and feel helpless and just want to numb these feelings? After you identify this reason, try to find a way to satisfy that need in a way that is actually good for you. If you're bored while drawing, maybe instead of scrolling on Instagram, you can play a game or watch a show that actually inspires you to create something. Or maybe you can just draw something that is actually fun for you. Remember, if you're an artist, then art has to be fun. More fun than these things. And it really can be if you just forget about improving for a second and just draw for the sake of it. A sketchbook comes in really handy when it comes to this. At least for me, drawing traditionally is a really nice change of pace, and it doesn't have all the pressure of drawing digitally, where it feels like everything needs to be finished. I love to take my sketchbook outside and just draw whatever I see. Also, this should go without saying, but please go outside. Real life experiences are something that is very important for creatives and artists. So please go outside and just draw something. You'll be surprised how fun that is. If you're using technology to run away from your problems, then also stop for a second and realize how stupid of a decision that would be. Everyone's issues are different, and sometimes escapism can be helpful. But if you feel like you just can't draw right now, which is fine, then accept that and try to rest. Now that does not mean to waste your time, but to genuinely rest, either by going to sleep or on a small walk in nature. The only thing you cannot allow yourself to do is to just go and do something stimulating. You need to go back to being able to feel and accept boredom, because that is the state where we can actually start being creative. I mean, just think about it. When do you get the best ideas? Probably when you're in shower or in a boring class, because well, you allowed yourself to be bored. But now everyone is so scared of being bored, and it's become something we can't tolerate. So go back to your roots and allow yourself to feel small doses of boredom every now and then. Stare at a wall for a couple of minutes. Go outside without your phone. Or go to the toilet without having your phone with you. I can't begin to explain the power of boredom for a creative mind. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, allow yourself to rest, but do not stimulate yourself. And let yourself be bored. And before you know it, you will process your emotions and get back to the work you want to do. For practical things I do to avoid wasting my time, especially on my phone, I disable all the notifications. And yes, I mean every single app, except for calls. When you see a notification, it's a trigger to go on an app, and then when you're already in there, your mind will convince you to stay there. So I like to be in control of when I use the app. This has helped me immensely, so I really recommend you do it too. Another thing is to just keep your phone out of sight when you're working. Just put it in a different room or under your bed sheets. Again, to avoid the trigger of seeing your phone and instantly picking it up, and that will go a long way in helping you avoid actually wasting time on it. If you use YouTube or a computer, then consider downloading the extensions Distraction-Free YouTube and Unhook. These will disable all the unwanted things that YouTube throws at you to try to keep you on their website. And I know this sounds weird coming from a YouTuber, but please stop watching YouTube for no reason. Except for my videos, you can watch them all the time, bro. Lastly, I know this too sounds weird, but you should really try meditation. It's literally a practice to resist your impulses and be in control of your own actions. It also helps you sharpen your focus and attention span, which is really valuable regardless of what you do. If you're interested in this topic, I have an old video on it, or you can just watch Dr. K's meditation video. I also think that this video from QR Bits is really valuable when it comes to this topic. It covers more stuff on how to filter the content you see on your social media to make it redirect you towards your goals and inspire you to create. So if you're interested in that, you can go and watch that video too. If you've stayed until here, it means that you resonate with what I said. But I really don't want you to leave and stay the same, so please actually do the things I said in this video next time you feel the urge to go to technology. You won't be perfect after this video, but I believe that it equips you with the knowledge to have better consumption habits. So try to follow my advice, and with enough patience, you will improve your habits, and with that also your art and overall quality of life. I really hope that you enjoyed and learned something from this video. I know that this is different from the rest of my YouTube videos, which are focused on the technical side of art, but I think that can't be separated from the mental aspect, which is even more important in my opinion. I suspect that this video will have less views than usual, so if it helped you in any way, please let me know. You don't have to leave a comment, you can just DM me if that suits you better. But I need to see that people are actually getting value from this, to have a reason to continue doing similar videos in the future. With that being said, I thank you for staying here until the end, and I wish you a peaceful rest of the day. Take care.